Where's that? Bracebridge, Ontario. Salut! Another Canuck. Yay! I'm from Woodstock, you'll see on it, I think, maybe. 15 visits. Cool. Bracebridge, that's cool. That's right around, I used to live in Sudbury. Yeah, well, no news is not helpful either, you know. That's the other side of the coin of fake news. And in between is a grain of salt, if you know what I'm saying. So, you got a pendulum. It's like, remember how women were screaming? Well, maybe you might not remember. I remember women screaming and yelling and carrying placards, down with men, male chauvinist pigs, you know. And that's beginning of Satan's big lie called feminism, I guess. But, you know, God didn't create women to be equal to men. He made women able to do the things men can't. That's what a helpmate does. He made men to do certain things and women to do certain things really good. And some not so good. Yeah. No, I remember watching on black and white TV. These women's in a big pile of brassieres, I guess, or whatever it was that they were burning. And they were carrying plaques, male chauvinist pig, down with men, you know. Yeah. It's like God made man and woman spiritually equal, but men do certain things really good, and women don't do them that good. Yeah, I know. But it's really hard for men. It seems like men are being stripped of any responsibility, any authority, you know, that God has given them from creation. I believe, anyways. I've always said that a woman is a man's strength from within, and a man is a woman's strength without. That makes sense to me because, you know, otherwise you're just a barrel, right? If you're a man. And otherwise, if you're a woman, you're all open to attack from all over the place, and that's not good when you're watching a couple of youngsters. And that's where the whole instinct came from, I think. But hey, we get a lot of topics here. Tell your friends and neighbors and anybody else. Oh, I got bad eye. I was in a car accident when I was 20. I took a ride with a 20-year-old, 22-year-old guy. I was in the back seat, and he took a run at a yellow, and he had been drinking. Anyways, I'm having a beer, but I'm not driving, am I? And I only have about 1 or 2 a month, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, what did I say? Oh, yeah, I'm trying to go see if I can figure out some way of showing people how to create music using free programs and a little bit of knowledge of music. Now, not a lot. It's easy to learn. You know, all you got to do is apply your mental facilities. If you can operate a computer with any sort of, you know, success, then I think you can do this. The people that have music knowledge that can write on manuscript like I can, it's much easier to do that way because MIDI will read a sheet of music and change it into the ones and zeros of computer talk, and then you can apply, well, with my sound card, excuse me, I had a mouthful of beer. MERP, I can apply sound fonts, they're called. It's an old PCI Sound Blaster Live, ! You know. No, this one is the Odyssey 2. It's an old card, but I found some really excellent drivers. I'm going to have to learn how to show the different areas so I can pop up a visual, you know. I've only been here 2 weeks. I'm still learning, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Oh, thanks, Radio. But, yeah, I really have a mission to try and get something as communal as blog TV used to be. I think it was a community type of feeling, not just a bunch of Jerkovskis doing their own thing and trying to, an ego trip, you know. Okay, guys, see you later. God bless you too. I wonder who that was. Yeah. Well, if I can look back 50 years, because I'm 62, so I can see what it used to be like when I was 12 years old, and then when I was 18 years old, and then when I was 25 years old, and then 30, and then 35, and 40, and 45, and 50, because it's all changed. It's really gotten bad, and when I was young, a man's word was his honor, you know. You gave your word and you kept it like a contract, but nowadays you got to have written down something because there's so many shysters around, I guess. And places like this, you have people walk in and just want to raise shit. I don't like that much. Maybe I should cut my schedule down to like 3 times a week as far as singing goes. Yeah, my throat is rough from last night. Oh, please. It's still recording. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to stop this one. You know what you can do on here? Here, listen. Okay, did you hear that? I don't know which one that is, but I can splice that out in and out. I recorded this when I was singing and playing here. Yay! It worked! How does that sound out to you, Robin? Are you there? Can you hear me? Oh. Hello? I got your mic on, Robin. Can you hear me? Yeah?
Yes, I can.
Hey, no echo?
I can hear you.
Is there echo? Are you echoing?
Yes, I can hear you.
No echo. Okay, great.
No echo.
Okay, good.
There's no echo.
And I can hear you. And I can see your mouth moving and you... And my... I'm running Winamp to play the song, and I'm singing on top of it, and that's an input into my line of my sound card. I got an old PCI sound card. I got a whole bag of them for it was $12, wasn't it? We have to use Skype or other way to bring the other voices in the room. Yeah, if you can only do this one per. This only works you to me. And then I'd have to click you off. I just clicked your speaker off and go to the next one. See, all I got to do is click your speaker. You know that little thing that has the X beside it on your bar? So one at a time is all I can do until they figure something else out. But hey, that's all they wanted. Because you can speak, you can play, you can sing. Imagine if you had a guitar and a microphone, you could sing. If you wanted to play one of your songs and sing along to it, you could do that, and the whole room could hear you. Yes, can you hear me? And if Robin would speak her? Talk to me, Robin. Speak. No, it's not. Have I got you on? Yeah, I got you on. You're talking? Is your mic on?
Yes. Check.
There it is. Okay, give me a little bit more. You're a little bit low, Robin. There you go.
Yes, I am.
Okay, they can hear us both. Good. You could even go up maybe.
Check.
Your volume could go up. You know where you change your volume?
Check.
Robin, you know where you change your volume? If you right-click your own camera.
Check.
And you right-click your own camera and hit settings. And then you see the microphone. Click on the microphone. You will see record volume. Mine is set at about 45%. That's less than half.
Yeah, I'm unmuted.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But you got to give yourself a little bit more volume in your mixer, in your microphone. You do that by right-clicking on your room, on your video of yourself, and then clicking settings, which will come up, and you'll see camera, and in the middle of microphone. If you click on the microphone, you should see a little bar jumping up and down with my voice. Check. You want it to go up to the yellow and not into the red if you can, you know. And that little slider, record volume and reduce echo, is what you move up and down. Let me tell you. Check. Oh, it's not moving for me. Check. Okay. You might have to do it when you're not involved in recording or in like this, but that's where you check your volume level. Check. You see how that goes right? Just touches into the red? That's what you want. With me, that's about 48% on that record volume bar. Okay, now go. There we go. And I'm back. I see you're still full circle with all the blue dots. For over 11 years, and oh, you do know. Okay, well, I was talking to Guest and Anton because they are also here and they might not know. Right? So, now these are the little things that a lot of people don't know, though, Robin. You'd be surprised. They don't know where they, especially newbies. This is my first can of beer, I'll let you know. Well, yeah, well, I got to then run Skype, and then I got to find some way of coming into my Minicam here. So we'll have to do that sometime when I'm not online, I think. All right. Cool. What? Yeah. Offline. Yeah. We can discuss that. These are the little ins and outs that I want to learn how to do on here. I've gotten pretty good so far. This is, hey, I cleaned up my man cave a bit. Does it show? Can you notice it? But, where are we at now? What's it going to do? Oh, yeah, I know what I was going to do. I found, yay, for all you old blog people, I found a whole directory full of my old recordings from Blog TV. And this here song is a song, it starts wrong, but it's a song that I wrote the words to from Peter, Paul, and Mary's song, The Wedding Song. That was another file. Good stuff. How's the volume on this? I mean, this recording.
He is with us in the morning.
It's a little raspy.
He is with us through the night. Rest assured, you can trust in Him. He is Jesus. He is life. No matter how bad our suffering, no matter how black our sin, He will be our greatest comfort. He will always be our friend. Jesus is love. God is love. He is Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Jesus came to earth to live and die and live again. He is love and light forever. He is God for you and me. He is love beyond all wanting. He is risen. We are free. Jesus is love. God is love. So then what's to be the reason? Why does Jesus care for me? Why did He accept my sentence and then die so horribly? Because He loves us always. We are precious in His heart. We must take this wondrous gift of life, or in darkness live apart. Jesus is love. God is love. We only put our trust in You and accept this wondrous love. We will walk with Him forever. We will live with Him above. Jesus is love. God is love.
Oh.
You saw me crying in the temple. The tears I shed were tears of joy. I know the meaning of contentment. I am happy with the Lord. Just to plead and simple temple, where humble people go to pray. A little open, I'll grow stronger as I live from day to day. searched and I searched, but I couldn't find no way on earth to gain my peace of mind. Now I'm happy in the chapel, where people are at one accord, together there in the chapel, just to sing and praise the Lord. You'll search and you'll search, but you'll never find no way on.
Why are Subaru Outback owners always smiling? Because Subaru Outback holds its value better than any other vehicle in its class, according to ALG. Even better than Toyota RAV4. Go with the industry leader, Subaru Outback.
There's only one to answer. You must sit down on your neighbor in the temple. Join with him in seas of joy. You'll know the meaning of contentment. Then you'll be happy with the Lord. You'll search and you'll search, but you'll never find no way on earth to gain your peace of mind. Get down on your knees and pray. Your burdens then will be made light, and your soul have your way. You'll search and you'll search, but you'll never find the way on earth to gain your peace of mind. Take your troubles to the chapel. Sit down on your knees and pray. Your burdens then will be much lighter, and your soul lives on the
Okay. Okay. She's back. Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, yeah, it is, of course. It's a newer one, and the other one was recorded from my computer to Blog TV. And that's why it's so fuzzy. Blog TV basically degraded a lot of the, video there because they didn't have the bandwidth, I guess. I'm recording this right now using Manycam. It's an older version and it's registered, so it was compressed, yeah. and this thing has been copied and copied, from one hard drive to another. And very well, I think I even have this on CD. I got 2 filing cabinet drawers full of CDs of backups. You like the voice?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know, somebody's done it before. You know what? I'm going to look for a song that I can do. No, I don't want to do that. I was thinking of the song. I'm trying to find something here. Oh, there we go. Just give me a sec. I'll get this queued up. Okay, yeah, that's it. This is a MIDI computer-generated tones, sounds, song, and I applied the sound fonts to each instrument. I don't know if this is the MP3 that I got out of it or just the MIDI. We'll know in a minute. Oh. First, find out. Check. Is that the right? No, that's on the right side. This side has. Oh, you see how the flat is there? This guy's a little insignia there, which tells me that I got it pointed at me. It's a very directional mic. This one is here over here too. Check. That's for the sax. That's a little bit hot. Turn that one down just a minuscule amount. Okay. Sorry, Agent. I like to stand up when I sing and play because it gives me better projection and wind control. Well, you know what? No. People keep dumping more and more tapes here. Could you do this? Oh, sure I can. Shut up, Dennis. Oh, can you do this for me? Sure I can. Yeah, I know. I got stacks and stacks of them, but the only problem is you got to run them through 1-to-1 speed and then copy that onto your computer and then burn that onto a CD. And cassette tapes could be in 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 90-minute tapes, so you never know how long it's going to be. And a CD has there's 72 minutes, is it? Recording time, so you got to switch. The things that have to be done is a little bit tedious. Oops. Okay, we don't need any more heat in here. It's been a blistering hot day here. I think we're up to around 40 in the Humidex area. Yeah, this thing is windy as all over. Anyways, let's see what we can do. Am I still recording? No. All right. And away we go. This is... Let's see.
I don't know what it is here. My goodness, it feels hot though. Right now it's 26 Celsius. That's about just about 80 degrees here. And 38 C. Is that with the humidex? Okay. I feel like playing now. The only trouble is when you got 11,000 songs, is finding the right one. These are old songs. I used to do these when I was doing a senior's home. Oh, yakety sax. Stomping that down. Oh, we'll do another sax solo. This is another 50s one. I don't remember this person.
Wow. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This, Art. Thanks, Grass. Appreciate that. Yeah, hard back to you. I got to hold my sax with my other hand, so I can only do half. Okay. Well, man, these are some really oldies that I had. Oh. What's this one? Oh, I think I know what this one is. Thanks, folks. I gotta do something else now. My mouth is tired. It's called an embouchure, eh? Robin, do you sing and play at all? And you see that I should be able to play for like hours without problem. Well, I've been playing for an hour and a half, I guess. Playing and singing, I guess. Man up. You want to come up? Okay. Well, there's only guests in the room, so it's only you and me that could be able to go up and co-host, isn't it? You man up. I don't understand. You man up. What does that mean? What do you mean? I didn't understand. Oh. Oh, like, man up, dude. No, I got. Let me see what we can. I'm looking through my listies here. They should be organized. I should have them. Let me see. Jump to. What do we want to jump to? Oh, I know what I could sing. I should sing that, Neil. How do you get... Oh, yeah, okay. See if we can do this. Yes, I can. Hello again. Hello. I just called to say hello. I couldn't sleep at all tonight, and I know it's late, but I couldn't wait. Hello, my friend. Hello. I just called to let you know I think about you every night when I'm here alone and you're there at home. Hello. Maybe it's been crazy, and maybe I'm to blame, but I put my heart above my head. We've been through it all, and you've loved me just the same. And when you're not there, I just need to hear you say, hello, my friend, hello. It's good to need you so. It's good to love you like I do. To feel this way when I hear you say hello. Hello, my friend, hello. I just called to let you know I think about you every night, and I know it's late,
but I couldn't wait. Hello. Hello, my friend.
Oh. Okay, you were looking at my belly button all through that. Sorry. Oops. And you know what? I recorded all of that. Yes, audio-wise, anyways. Oh, rats. I'd shut off the camera. It was bogging the system down anyways, but I need a faster system, I think. Okay. All right. Remember how it used to be? Like and subscribe. Shoulder horrible. Yes. I'm really satisfied with these mics. They're Apex, they're called. My brother's been a musician on the road for, 25 years or something. He's not now. He's doing a teaching job. Industrial training, I guess they call it. Come on, you stay in there. Check. Yeah, I know. I should be doing this when I'm not online, right? Bang, bump, bang, hacks back. Will you quit that? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try a song. Okay, no. This is what I want. Or is it? This is up here. Hey, that works. That come down here? Yeah, you can see me. So you know it's not Memorex, it's live. If I can find the song I want, what's it called? Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Please don't throw overripe tomatoes. I haven't played this in a long time, so bear with me. Oh yeah. Take two. Oh. Take two. Play. What a mess that was! Yeah! Oh well.
Hey, what's up guys? My name is Vinay. In this video, I'll show you how to create a RSS feed URL for any YouTube channel. By the way, if this is the first time to our channel, please subscribe for more tech videos. First of all, go to youtube.com and search for any YouTube channel. I'm searching for Robot Vinay, which is my channel. Just click on this Robot Vinay channel. As you can see in the upper corner, this is the URL for my YouTube channel. In this URL, this is called the channel ID. Okay, just copy it and open the new tab and type https www.youtube.com/feeds/videos.xml and channel ID is equal to, now whatever you copied the channel ID here,
Okay. Now, I think I figured out how this co-host thing works. What I'm trying to do, hold on. I'm going to no, I can't shut my mic off. If I turn my speaker up, will that feedback? Check, check, test, test. Are you hearing that? This is still on. Total fire band there? Oh, bummer. And that's unusual for BC because, well, maybe that's the far west side of the Rockies gets all the moisture. Vancouver et al. I know Calgary is dry. I lived in Calgary for a while. You did last year too, eh? Man, they were unusually close to the highways and cities here in northern Ontario. They were... oh, I'm getting a high ring here. Hold it. I don't need it up. They were unusually high here in northern Ontario. Yeah. How's it getting now there with the air quality? Yeah. They did, eh? Well, good on them guys. You see what was happening down in California. People's houses for blocks and blocks and blocks of these expensive houses going up in flames, eh? I never want to see that happen. We had a fire here downtown in an old building, which the landlord did some Mickey Mouse electrical repairs, and of course, the people in the third story had to have a AC unit going because, hey, he did lousy work. He didn't put insulation. It was like a sweat box. So fire started up there, and this 150-year-old building went down, and I think there was 13 apartments in it. Nobody was hurt, nobody was killed, but they lost everything. And the house is, the old mansion is being demolished. Yep. So you got to be careful out there. And you know, shortcuts are only a savings in time and a droopage of quality. Usually. So when people take shortcuts, don't let them, or you're going to have to come back and do it again. You're looking marvelous. Here we go again. Yeah, you're an old married lady now. I think the last time we chatted. Good on you. God didn't make man to live alone and woman to live alone either. But I'm glad things are working well for you. Ooh, looky. You're Chilliwack. Could have been all right. Remember that song? Could have been here tonight. Could have been sweet as rain. Could have been a lady. That was Chilliwack, wasn't it? Oh, I got to find that tune. See, I wonder how I can find that. See, all of my stuff, like I got, how many have I got here? 10,015. I'll cancel that. 10,183 songs here. And, like, they're all, You're a grandmother. Oh, yeah. Hi, Granny. Are you Granny 60? You're on my, what's that called? Social feed? Yeah. You're on my social, Granny 60. You're on my social feed for decades. Oh, you're not? Okay. Well, welcome to the grandfather, grandmother, granddad, old fogies home. It's fun here. Anywho, what was I saying? Rats. I was going to do something. Maybe, what was it? Oh, yeah. No, that wasn't it. What was I looking for? Oh, yes. That was, who did I say that was? Could have been all right. Chilliwack. So we're going to jump to how do you spell Chilliwack? Chill. Oh, we don't have any Chilliwack. 10,183 songs and I don't have Chilliwack. My. I got all of my old MIDI songs back. Where's Robin? Here we go again. What's that? Oh. Okay. Read the my, oh my, oh my. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, nobody left. Good. Oh, I hit the wrong start button. How do I... Okay, I have to open that in a new window, what you gave me, Whisper. Am I correct? Oh. I had it here. Rats. What do I got to do? Open up a new... full screen... No, not file. No, not file. I hate this new Firefox. Anybody have a bitch with it? We sent the message. Okay, thanks. Thanks. Here we go. Now I copy it. I get my menu bar out. That's what I needed. New private window. There we go. Okay, so I now got two of them. Paste and go. Okay. Now let's see if I can get... Back up again. Thanks. That song was compliments of "Here We Go Again." Yay! Thanks, girl. I love that tune. I always love that tune. Hey, I do too. Okay. What's with the Canadian justice system? Hey, they're lawyers that grew up. Of course, it's as crooked as a dog's hind leg. Yep, for sure. That's a part of the swamp that we got to really take a look at cleaning up. Our whole government is like a rotten ship. Doesn't matter who the captain is. You got to change the rotten floorboards out. You know what I'm saying? Pull the rusty nails out and put new nails in, and you know, because normally the gunnels of the ship are pretty good. It's always the floorboards that get the beating and the wear and tear, and that's the ones you got to get rid of, I guess. I know, our whole government. And I tell you the truth, that this buffoon we call, never mind, let's not go down that. This prime minister we have is not leading this country in the right direction. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying? My personal opinions should not be explained in public, but... You think my mic is really low? Okay, how's that? I know some guy I was watching on Facebook was, you know, uttering death threats type thing. Oh my goodness, you think the cops are not going to be down his pants? Anyways, keep a sane mind. Hot boiled peanuts. Whoa, with salt. Nom, nom, nom. Sea salt even. When I was living in the big smoke called Toronto, Ontario, there used to be a Chinese store around the corner from where we lived, and they sold raw live crabs, and these peanuts that were made were I don't know what they did. They're dried and then roasted or something, and they were the most delicious peanuts. And my wife was from the Philippines, so she used to cook these crabs up, and they were so delicious. How's it? Ooh, I'm getting feedback. I'm too high for my speaker. Okay, I got to turn my speaker down. How's that? Is that any better? That one's better than this one? Is no good? This one is better, you say? Check, check. Check, check. Check, check. Test, test. Check, test. Check. Check, test. Check, test. Check. Oh, there's two here. And two here. I don't know what they're for. Hold on a sec. Oh. Okay, this side is straight. This side is minus 10 decibels. I guess this is check, check. That looks best. This one's in the center, so I think this is the better. Or is this one better? Is this one better? Or is this one better? Yeah, how do you like my dollar store magnifying lenses? Check, check, test, test. This one? Oh, yes, of course. Okay. Okay, let's take the speaker down. I gotta fix this stupid elastic, keeps coming undone. There we go. Check. Oh. Check, check. There we go. Check, check. Yep. Okay.
Display. shut her down. My throat is up around the curl of Lake Superior.
Happy Labor Day. Yeah, I can't believe it's come to this. All right, I am David Sponheim. I can't believe it's come to this.
Hey, everybody. Happy Labor Day. I was listening to Psycho Behavior and I Love Fries, and they kept saying, David, are you going to start a show on 2 o'clock? And I said, no. And they actually wanted me to do a 24-hour show. And then I thought, well, yeah, there's a lot of people staying at home right now watching, whatever. And why not, So let's get this show on the road. What do you say?
You know the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Try to run, try to hide, break on to the other side, break on to the other side, break on to.
You don't realize what a difference they make until you realize what a difference they make. The all-new Ram 1500. Why more people are switching to Ram than ever before.
To the other side, break on to the other side. I found an island in your arms, country in your eyes, arms are changing, eyes are lying. Break on to the other side, break on to the other side, break on to oh yeah! Wait to see, we so easy, day to day, hour to hour, day straight, deep and wide. Bring on to the other side, bring on to the other side, bring on to, bring on to, bring on to, bring on to,
All right. Happy. Yeah. That's right. Happy Labor Day. Yeah, man. Yeah, you finally won. You got me to start the show early. No GMO hot dogs. I know. Tell me about it. You know, I went to this music festival this week, and I want to at least talk about it and play you some videos maybe from some of the artists that were there. Yeah. Yeah, so it's kind of a casual day today. It's 2:14. I just jumped in the shower. I turned the show on and just jumped in the shower, and as you can see, my hair is drying very slowly. Yeah, I just had to get out. I felt like, you know, I've got to run the computer anyway, and I Love Fries was harping last week about me doing a show. And I thought, you know, I don't mind starting a little early. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to play some movies, and, you know, we're not recording the section, so. I do want to keep up on the news, and, you know, it's kind of part of my daily life to do this, so. Trump hits Sessions over indictments of GOP congressmen. He blasts Sessions over 2 indictments of his supporters. Oh, my gosh. Trump, you know, so Sessions is actually doing his job, and now Trump is hating him. And he's been hating him ever since he realized he can't fire him, or he'll look guilty as hell. Happy Labor Day, everybody. Hey, yeah, see, I told you. Well, the thing is, you know, your persistence, or rather psychobehavior's persistence in pursuing this, you know, 24-hour show is, I couldn't possibly do a 24-hour show. I could do a 12-hour show. You know, we do a 9-hour show every day, so it's not that big of a deal to stretch it to the next level, which is fine. And I get to wear my shirt that I got when I got from a Chinese heroin addict who used me for free for 30 days. And then he tried to put together a fake show, like a news show, and he had me produce it. And I spent 30 days working for this Chinese heroin addict. I had no idea he was a Chinese heroin. I knew he was Chinese descent, but I didn't realize he was a heroin addict. And then I found out that after having all these people interview, he was just there to get laid. He was this really pathetic 5-foot-tall Chinese heroin addict. He just really wanted to get laid. So he wanted to give the people the impression of being a producer. He didn't really want to produce anything. And I became kind of jaded at that point about the industry that I was working in. The Hollywood industry, you know. And I realized that this is this was worn by a Chinese heroin addict for probably, I would say, about a year or two. Because when I got it, it was fairly new. He said, hey, Dave, I don't have any money for you, man, but there's some shirts over there. And he laughed. And I looked at the line of shirts. I said, so you're just giving these away? Yeah, I don't want them anymore. My mom's going to buy me some new ones. It's like, wow. I hope all of you have had a good day. We've had a pretty good weekend. We had that music festival here in Oak Harbor, and it was terrific. The bands were very good. Yeah, I was quite amazed. Let me see if I can pull it up from the history books. A group called Astor House played. I got a couple of songs out. See if I'll cue those up for a little bit later. I think that this guy who's the lead drummer and singer in Astor House. I think he's incredible. I was blown away by his deal. He has a thing called Fragile World. We'll play you in a bit, as well as they have a site, 11 videos out. Yeah, I'll play their site. So Trump hits Sessions. Yeah, that's amazing. Trump is proving to be very impotent insofar as being able to fire Sessions. You'd think with all his power and the power he holds over the Republican Party, he would fire him. But you know something? The word hit is not a good word because he didn't hit him, actually. We started at 2. No big deal, guys. I'm starting really late or early because I felt that, we didn't really have a And I'm just starting the iVlog show right now. We didn't really have a need to not broadcast. It's one of those days where I said, well, do I want to go outside and do some work? Because I like, working on Labor Day. Ironically. I work on Sundays, too. It's supposed to be a day of rest. It's the only day I have to work. So I have projects that I do. But I thought, no, I really, none of my projects have to be done. So I can just kind of hang out. I have one chatter over there. And nobody knows me that I'm even on. Cool. This stream is going to be 4 hours long until actually the start of the show, which is recorded at 6. So then we continue on. This is a 12-hour stream, but I'm only running it because people asked to go on and to talk, and it's a day to talk. I know that a lot of you people work your ass off all the time, and this is your one day to kick back and just chat. And I also know that there are not a lot of chat sites out there where people can actually chat and be heard. There seems to be an empty space out there on the internet where people can have a normal conversation. Unfortunately. The Trump administration is keeping 100,000 pages of Brett Kavanaugh's records secret. Well, yeah, I could easily do a telethon. I easily could. But I really don't want to. I value sleep too much, and I don't get enough of it. So it's very important that I have it. See if Periscope is... I might as well just tweet that I'm actually doing a show early. I'm getting into Periscope right now, but this is a pretty interesting story. 100,000 pages of Brett Kavanaugh is missing. The Trump administration has directed the documents be withheld from the Senate that details some of the key work that Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh did in the early 2000s in the George W. Bush White House when he worked at the counsel's office. We need to get... I'm not at Periscope. Okay, I'm going on Periscope. We need to get real with this guy. He's practically broke. He spent $15,000. He spent all the money he's made as a federal judge. He's down to $15,000 in his bank account. And it's just bizarre that somebody would be in a position where he could control the future of our country with so many potential needs for money. He's addicted to season tickets at the Washington baseball team. Wow. Yeah, so he has about $15,000 in his savings account. And some of you are going, well, that's a lot of money. Well, yeah, if you never prepare for your future, that is a lot of money. You're right. But if you have prepared for your future, that's like nothing. He looks like your dad, right? Yeah. He looks like a guy who kissed ass all the way through college. That's what he looks like to me. He looks like a total kiss ass. I don't know how to describe it any other way. I mean, you've seen people who just do whatever they're told, right? This guy had an opportunity to prosecute the Clintons over the situation that happened with Vince Foster dying and then moving over to, oh, really? He is your dad? Uh-oh. Well, he moved over to another, he essentially got promoted because he didn't investigate. He was a prosecutor when he could have investigated the body being moved from the White House to a building across the street. Vince Foster allegedly killed himself, but nobody believes that. So. Happy Labor Day! This stream is hard and long. Wow, you're getting into it. We have a new viewer, Snow Sparks. I'm amazed the Vaughn Network is still, hanging in there. You guys who are regular viewers are supporting, Mark's fantasy that he has a network. I think it's great. The people that fund him actually would love to probably, not fund him. A man who lost most of his penis to flesh-eating bug wins six-figure payout. There's a flesh-eating venereal disease out there, folks. I'm sorry to bring your day down, but many of you are consigned to being incels or MGTOWs, so you're not missing much. Sorry to laugh. Andrew Lane caught infection after operation to remove prostate gland. Oh, well, I didn't know it was not from. So he caught an infection, and it's horrible what happened to him. He's a cancer patient who lost most of his penis to a flesh-eating superbug after routine surgery. Has won him a six-figure payout in England at Southend University Hospital. Fatal tissue necrotizing fasciitis after an operation to remove his prostate gland. Wow. Bad sterile technique. That's the reason. In Essex, London. Southend Hospital. Lane from Thurrock in Essex was rushed to theatre, but the damage caused by the infection was too severe that he was left with 1.5 inches of his penis. I'm so sorry. What a terrible tragedy. And we're not going to show you his photograph because they don't have it here. And even if they did, I wouldn't look up his name to say, oh, yeah, that's the guy with a 1.5-inch penis. Our life is just so dominated by sex that it becomes almost a devastating thing for people to not be able to have an erection. And I know there's not a lot of women here, but sorry, Sophie's fine. But it's a big problem for a lot of guys who are suffering from erectile dysfunction. I would think so. That would net you about $1 million. I eat glue. He would grant $100,000 per inch lost. So you'd be worth about $100,000. Huh? No problem. I like to learn about the human body. Okay. Well, that's what the man with 1.5-inch penis is learning about, what it's like to have a human body. There was a time in our lives, hey, Mob, welcome, hey, guys. I decided to do an early broadcast, and we are up and running at Periscope, too. Yeah, people bugged me for doing a Labor Day show, and I said, I might as well go on. I don't have a problem going on. It's easy to go on. We're set up for a show. It's like second nature to us, so it's not a big deal. It is a big deal doing 12 hours, but which my voice could get a little ragged, so I'm going to talk slow. I'm going to talk slow. You're uploading some chemtrail photos from your trip to France for your special broadcast. Excellent, thank you. Oh, really? $20,000, really? So you think he has less than an inch? That's pretty derogatory. I Eat Glue is having a verbal combat with I Eat Coffee Grounds. You two could get together and make some really incredible briquettes. Yeah, if you two hooked up, you could have briquettes. Glue and coffee grounds work to make bricks. That's another good outsourced use of a lot of the coffee grinds that Starbucks is giving away. I might consider that because they offer free coffee grinds at every Starbucks in my area, and I could pick up bags of these if I really, focused. I did put a bunch of them in my yard, but it did make a big difference. They're supposed to be good for the garden. But yeah. Well, they go through their grounds, and they put them in these really kind of high-tech metallic bags, which I even saved a bunch of the bags when I did it. I'm sure I can reuse them to make coffee. I have done it before. I have a coffee machine set up to do just that. I actually did exactly that. I ran them through one time, and then I can turn them into briquettes and make concentrated coffee. What I do is I put a gold filter in a drip coffee maker, and I just run, an extra large drip, run about 12 cups in there, and then just let it sit in the refrigerator for however long it takes you to get to it, to drink iced coffee. Yeah, I would, with the cost of coffee being $9 a pound for good coffee, and what, $5 a pound for, well, maybe $6 a pound for so-so coffee. Yeah, and that's probably a deal compared to the Europeans. We're probably paying way more. Yeah, so you'll have to excuse my hair. I just jumped out of the shower. Yeah, it should be a relaxing day, I would hope. We found out last week that Alex Jones is not 5'10" like the wiki says, but 5'9". And this guy who plays Alex Jones is not 5'9". He's like 6 feet. So measure Alex Jones is going to be kind of a new hashtag I'm putting together. Yeah, he doesn't seem to be 5'9". The original Alex Jones is 5 foot, or was 5'9", if he's still around. Okay. He once mentioned his weight in 2017 as 240 pounds, and also claimed I was like 6 foot, and because of hunching, I'm like 5'10" now. Although he always feels like I'm 8 feet tall. I think that his hunching is perhaps the only way he could get to below 6 feet. So if he kind of curls over like this, he's 5'9". Okay, stand up straight, Alex. You can tell he's not Alex Jones. You haven't been on early this year. It's good to see you. Hey, welcome, yeah. No work makes it a great day. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wasn't really giving you guys a chance to, see the show during this time. Here's one central France, David. After the planes flew over the wildlife and birds in the area got very quiet. Wow. What happened? So right after this flight, we have a link from Soviet spy. She said that she's had this picture in France when she was there, and she saw this chemtrail activity, and she said right after this happened, the birds got very quiet. They are dumping chemicals on our heads, and as much as I'd love to just, make light of this, and I know we don't make light of it in our show, and I'd like to make light of it because no one seems to believe it, or the ones that do believe it don't have any power. But that's a good picture of it. Yeah, thanks. I think that they're poisoning us, personally. And I don't believe it's paranoia at all. I mean, they are definitely putting lithium in the atmosphere, and it's definitely causing a reaction. Women who are pregnant who breathe lithium can lose their baby. That's poison. The birds were stoned on lithium. They get very... think about lithium. The reason why they use it for Prozac, it's primarily the ingredient in Prozac, and they use it for people who are manic depressive. The reason is they believe that it reduces our ability to think, really. It stops those questions in your mind. Like, gee, boy, what am I doing? Is my life a success? Is it a failure? Do I love myself? Do I love other people? Those are the questions people go through every day. No, this is not a wig. That's why I take a shower and show you guys. It's my real hair. Yeah, it's part of my my way of showing you that I have to actually dry my hair. But I'm trying to kind of have a relaxing afternoon here, Delvin. David, do you like that song called "Sweet Pea" by Tommy Rowe? I don't think I've ever seen it. Do you want to see it? You want to hear that song, man?
See my girl, won't you see my girl?
Now, this was an example of a reptilian back in the 1950s. Yeah. As you can see from his eyes, the reptilian look is clearly evident from the archiving. Isn't that funny how people take snapshots of video and they warp them and they turn them into this, act like it's a reptilian.
I went to a dance the other night. I saw a girl there, she was out of sight. I asked a friend of mine who she could be. Said that her friend just called her Sweet Pea. Oh, Sweet Pea, come on and dance with me. Come on, come on, come on and dance with me. Oh, Sweet Pea, won't you be my girl? Won't you be my girl?
Well, you think it's a good song? I kind of do, but not really. I wouldn't listen to it. It would not intrigue me. Welcome to the Internet Brain. I come on every day now at 5 o'clock, not 2, so I'm out ahead of you. Hey, here's a group called Astor House. I want to play this. They played in our local area, and the lead singer is a drummer. And he's pretty amazing, actually. I was quite amazed by his performance. He actually communicates with the audience, which I found really interesting. Because normally people just play to some mindless group. He's like really reaching out. Hey, Dave, good to see you. InfoWars is a joke, an insult to our collective intelligence. Just saying. I agree. The reason why InfoWars is a joke, Obi, is not because everything that Alex Jones says is a joke. It's because he's a joke. Yeah, he's designed to be controlled opposition. What Alex Jones is actually dangerous. It's designed to warp our views and to fragment our society and make us all think that anyone who comes up with a question about anything is a whack job. But he is obviously nuts. Or a performance artist pretending to be he's nuts. One or the other. I know that he's Bill Hicks, a performance artist pretending to be nuts. I mean, you can see he's not, in 2013, he was not 39. You can tell that he really has all the facial features of Bill Hicks. Exactly. And everyone knows Bill Hicks couldn't possibly have died of pancreatic cancer. Less than 0.5% of people die of that. So he's not 43 there. You can tell he's like 55. His teeth are identical to Bill Hicks. Look at that. Right down to the lower teeth are identical. It's unbelievable. It's uncanny. Oh, and by the way, they both have the best friend named Kevin Booth. Isn't that convenient? Yeah, so it's clearly not. It's not a hairpiece, Jackoff Bandit. This is a real live hair. This is, you can see the roots of my follicles and everything. This is why I do this. Thanks. I know. A lot of you are a little confused about that. You tend to think that somebody my age who's obviously suffering from being my age, would automatically have male pattern baldness, and it's just not the case. I know. Well, I think I would agree I have a receding hairline. Sure. I would agree. It's definitely familial. My father had it. Let's play Astor House. This guy is amazing. And be prepared for some hard rock, okay?
You don't believe me? Turn on your TV. Try not to sympathize. Oh, that's no halo. A circular swarm. I am a one-way mirror. Wait in the street and the cars come. Spread the word. Give my soul. Spread the word. Keep some details. We are down. Fragile. Like in my dream, your girl's bird knows you're right where she is. I found time, 'cause I knew I'll give you the all the pouring like rain. I was a child, what's left to say?
Okay, they did have a woman in there named Amanda White. I thought she was pretty cute, but they didn't profile her very much, which I agree with you. It would have been better if they had had her hot chicks in the video, Delvin. Yeah, sure. Hey, Robin Lynn, welcome. Hi, I didn't tell you guys about my early show because I didn't really plan on having one. But I thought, well, why not? I've got the equipment. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I thought it was... I'll tell you one thing about their live performance, way better than their video. And Sarah and I were kind of blown away to the point where we actually got a CD. I know. And I would never get into hard rock at all. I've never really had a desire to be a hard rocker myself, you know. I felt that there was a time in rock and roll history where everything kind of got into brainwashing. Hey, I'm up and running. Tiki Live has me. Robin Lynn has a link to Tiki Live now. She's rebroadcasting us over there. Thank you very much, Robin. Tiki Live has a show over there. And I guess they have their own chat room over there, too. Hi, everyone. Cool. Very cool. And I'm guest 8B1B. Right. And they have a whole lot of fun stuff. Yippee. Cool. Thanks, Robin. And you're almost got me on Spreaker. Look at that. Wow. You really pushed me out there, man. Ma'am. Wow. And you're pro account over there at Spreaker, too. That's great. Yeah, see what Robin's doing, everybody? She's also, she's got a lot of viewership, and a lot of people listen to her radio show. And it's got a lot of concerns about the future, and a lot of people are very concerned about the future, and she likes our show, and she likes our party, so hey, thank you very much. Both of those sites sound really fun. Yep. We're going to keep it simple in our country as we move forward because, as you know, I'm under a tremendous attack nightly, and the only reason why we're not being attacked right now is I kind of slipped into the show without any attackers coming in, thankfully. I think not talking about the show really helped a lot. But groups like that are struggling. They're kind of an indie group, much like the grunge movement that led to Nirvana. Hey, Gar, I came on early because I had a request to come on early. And people wanted to, get the show going early. I don't really have a problem with starting a show early. It's how long I can sustain the show. That's the question. Yeah. Well, I wasn't doing anything but enjoying my life, and I knew that if I went outside, I'd just be getting a lot of sun. So I think sun is very dangerous right now. We're going to play a video that I don't really want to play, but being this is Conspiracy Monday, I'm going to play it. It's adrenochrome, and it's a very strange video about how there's a rumor that there's children missing in the world because they're being tortured for their blood. And, yeah, thanks, Gar. Are you Gar the Ghoul? The Gargoyle? Are you Gar the Ghoul? Because I know that Gar has a show today at this hour. I don't want to take from his show. Or was it yesterday? Or Saturday. No, Sunday. One of those days. No, I retired at 50. Saturday is Gar. That's right. He does a lot of face makeup, man. I really am amazed all the work he puts into his show, too. You're not Gar the Ghoul. Okay. I don't believe there are black-eyed children, but do you believe they exist? Yeah, you could see them drinking kids' blood. Yeah, I know. Well, that's what bothers me, and I'm going to play this video for all of you if you haven't seen it. It's really, really wild. It's 10 minutes or 11 minutes, and it's just a real wake-up call. Hey, Dano, welcome. Yeah, I've never even heard of the black-eyed children. There's a movie out. It's an urban legend about supposed paranormal creatures that resemble children between the ages of 6 and 16 with pale skin and black eyes who are reportedly seen hitchhiking or panhandling or are encountered on our doorsteps of residential homes. Tales of black-eyed children have existed since the 1950s. This is the first I've ever heard of it. Robin never heard of it. Yeah, thanks for telling us about it. It's completely new to us. There's a horror film called Black-Eyed Kids, 2012. It was produced with Kickstarter funding. It's an urban legend that's been floating around the internet for years. Yeah. It's been integrated into a couple movies. I know there's a Netflix show where people have eyes turn black and all of a sudden have incredible power. It's an urban legend, yeah. It's not true. I don't believe it. But hey, whatever. Yeah. But this story is not something that is an urban legend. There's actual solid evidence that this is happening. Yeah, let me just open up my history file and look up. blood. That's not it. I have a story. I may have lost it this past week in memory. He was a baron, an elitist. Who was forced to engage in human sacrifice. Here's the story. International banker blows the whistle and admits he was ordered to sacrifice children at parties for the elite. Now, this has got to be one of the weirdest conspiracy theories out there, but it's more of a fact at this point when we have people who are breaking out and telling people about it. Ronald Bernard is a Dutch entrepreneur whose drive and business contacts quickly catapulted him into the world of the financial elite. However, the deeper into this world Bernard went, the more horrifying it became. In a jaw-dropping interview with De Vrij Media, Bernard details this dark and depraved elite society, which he says conducted human sacrifice and celebrated destruction. Well, somebody must have got the word out. Yeah. Was that you? Somebody told somebody I was online. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and we have to keep a notebook of these people because their purpose is to try to stop us, and they're not doing too well. It started at 2:51. We're tracking this because we're going to put together it's a dox attack. We're tracking this because we're going to put together a list of what they're claiming they get $100 per message put in our room. Yeah, I played it last week for you. It's really good. All right, so to not sound like a crazed tinfoil ranting kook who will admit that the things Bernard mentions in the interview below sound utterly insane and evil, indeed it could be entirely made up. In an effort to vet his credibility, however, the Free Thought Project did some background research on him, and it checks out. He is who he says he is. Also, Pasquale Rossell, a fellow insider of the financial world, wrote in The Divine Trap about the experiences similar to the ones disclosed by Bernard. We were attacked, Soviet spy. We're planning on dealing with all attackers as they come in. As De Vrij Media notes, when Roussel gave a lecture on his book in France, one of the former French presidents was present. Afterward, this man wrote a letter to Roussel in which he stated, "Everything you write in your book is based on truth." The fact that barely anyone believes this truth has more to do with the severity of this reality and the successful conspiracy labeling introduced by the CIA, which makes it very difficult to be taken seriously by the mainstream media. So there you have it. Okay, let's get into that video. Here it is. It's called Adrenochrome: Why Child Ritual Sacrifice is Used by Hollywood, Politicians, and the Elite.
I think there's only one source for this stuff. Adrenaline gland from a living human body.
So it's a drug. It is a drug.
Adrenochrome, a substance extracted from a living human body. But could such a drug be real? According to numerous independent researchers, not only is it real, many of the Illuminati elite are addicted to it and will stop at nothing to satisfy their depraved demand.
Said it would take me higher than I'd ever been in my life.
Join me as we dive down the dark rabbit hole of adrenochrome.
She said to my ear, "I'm going to drink your blood."
Long before popular culture portrayed vampires as sexy heroes, stories of a monstrous nobility who craved human blood were very much real. Elizabeth Bathory, the notorious Blood Countess, was a 17th century Hungarian noblewoman who systematically murdered numerous young servant girls, not only bathing in, but consuming their blood.
The tortures went on. From bathing, it was only one step to drinking. Elizabeth would pierce the flesh of a victim, hoist her up to the rafters, then swallow the blood as it ran down.
Could there really be a sect among society that is actually addicted to blood? And if so, why? Deeper research shows the reason might lie in a certain hormone which floods our bodies during times of intense fear or excitement, adrenaline.
So adrenaline is a substance that your body releases into your bloodstream when you're in a potentially dangerous situation.
It's responsible for the fight or flight response in mammals, heightening senses and increasing strength and energy.
In some ways, the fear response gives us superhuman powers. You find that you're able to really concentrate. You're able to use muscular strength to an extent that otherwise would be impossible. Basically, these chemicals that cascade into our bloodstream and flood into our brain, they change the way we think and they change the way our bodies function. We don't feel pain.
In the right conditions, it can be exhilarating and downright addicting. Thus the term adrenaline junkies.
When we're experiencing something like a parachute jump, we're experiencing the same chemicals in our brain that a meth user experiences in their brain. So absolutely, you can become addicted to that sensation.
Whether human or animal, blood sacrifice has long been part of the rituals of many cultures. And it was discovered that after consuming the fresh, adrenaline-saturated blood of a terrified victim, participants would experience a type of high off of the adrenaline, which could include increased senses, hallucinations, and feelings of euphoria, sometimes assigning a supernatural causality to the effects. Eventually, the precise timing was worked out, so that the victim would be killed at the moment the maximum amount of adrenaline had been pumped into the body. This knowledge was passed down through secret societies, ancient mystery schools, and intergenerational satanic cults.
When they torture the children, it causes a physical reaction of the endomorphins in your body to just increase because of the terror and the pain. So when the Satanists drink the blood, they actually get like a chemical, a high, like a drug high from the blood of a tortured victim.
So, these entities are feeding off human energy. And one of the things that they do is when they're sacrificing somebody, the people with invisible light, the Satanists and the bloodlines, they'll drink the blood because when the terror reaches a certain point in the ritual, a certain adrenaline goes in the blood, which gives these people a high. I mean, sick is not the word. But on another level, an energetic level, the entities are feeding off the energy coming off of terror and fear.
Most satanic sacrifices include some consumption of the blood, and possibly even body parts. Even more disturbingly, some of these groups make a point of preferring the blood of children, believing it to be more potent. Another reason the elite drink children's blood is for its known rejuvenating effects. Why do you think some of these old Illuminati Satanists live so long?
It turns out that drinking children's blood is an anti-aging device. This is just really sick and disgusting, but it's a fact. It's a chemical fact. And if you drink adrenalized children's blood, which is to say you terrorize the child, not just with sodomy, but with torture and with other satanic ritual things, if you adrenalize the child's blood before you kill them and drink their blood, this is a doubly effective anti-aging device. You can also harvest children's bone marrow. So children are being killed for their bone marrow as an anti-aging device for the elite. I don't make this stuff up. It's gone on throughout history. This is not new.
Today, many of the satanic elite are addicted to drinking adrenalized blood.
Any animal that is tortured at the time of its death secretes all this adrenochrome. And that is this power. It's a drug. It is a drug. And these people are addicted to it. And because they call upon interdimensional demonic forces or to help do their bidding, they also believe anyway that they have increased power. And perhaps they do.
Numerous survivors have attested to satanic sects engaging in ritualistic consumption of adrenalized blood, experiencing a high from the adrenaline.
When they go to murder a child, they make sure the child is terrified, so they pump the adrenaline through the blood. And they like to drink that blood, and they're addicted to adrenaline, a lot of them. So there's actually a science, when you analyse it, there's a science behind their madness.
According to researcher Kurt Barker, author of the book Cannibalism, Blood Drinking, and High Adept Satanism, well-organized cult members systematically abduct people, torture them to adrenalize their blood, harvest that blood, and drink it. He goes on to state that some professional harvesters acquire adrenalized blood to sell. Pop artists such as Kesha perform mock blood drinking rituals on stage. Adrenalized blood, however, is not the end. Like other addicts seeking a stronger hit, some prefer the purest, most potent form. Enter adrenochrome, the rumored secret Illuminati drug. Technically, it's a chemical compound produced in the human body when adrenaline oxidizes. It was first mentioned as a recreational drug obtained from a Satanist in Hunter S. Thompson's book, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Where'd you get this? Never mind, it's absolutely pure. What kind of monster clan have you hooked up with this time? Satanism freak. I think there's only one source for this stuff. The adrenaline gland from a living human body. I know. The guy didn't have any cash to pay me. He offered me human blood, said it would take me higher than I'd ever been in my life. I was kidding. I told him I'd just as soon have an ounce or so of pure adrenochrome. Or maybe just a stretch adrenaline to chew on.
Some say his account was purely fictional. However, Thompson was an expert at combining fiction with heavy doses of truth. And Thompson certainly would know. He himself has been accused of being involved in snuff film operations for the Illuminati elite. In this raw form, adrenochrome is known to cause extreme hallucinations and feelings of empowerment and euphoria. How is the chemical extracted? A victim is terrorized, either being tortured or knowing they're going to be sacrificed, increasing the amount of adrenaline that is flowing through their body. They are then killed, and the adrenochrome is collected with a syringe from the base of the neck or spinal column. According to researcher and author Fritz Springmeier, a human victim only produces around 10 cc's of adrenochrome, so once it's collected, the drug can be sold on the deep black market and corners of the dark web at exorbitant prices. Pop culture has provided strong hints that this secretive drug could be a real thing. In his book A Clockwork Orange, English writer Anthony Burgess listed a substance called adrenochrome as one of the drugs that could be added to his fictional Milk Plus. Stanley Kubrick later chose to make this as a film, and some researchers have speculated it's about adrenochrome. In 1982, British rock band Sisters of Mercy released a song called Adrenochrome, which mentions the mysterious substance several times. So what do you guys think? Was Hunter S. Thompson giving us a little dose of reality? Could this be the real reason behind all the legends of vampires and other blood drinkers? I'll be eager to see what you think in the comments. And as always, I want to thank my patrons at patreon.com for supporting this channel and these documentaries. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.
what I'd find. And all of the pressure that left behind on Allison Road. Fools in the rain, if the sun gets through. Fires from the heaven of the eyes I knew on Allison Road. The dark clouds falling when the moon was near. Birds fly by AM in a bedroom stare. There was no telling what I might find, which I couldn't see. I was lost at the time. On Allison Road, yeah, I didn't know I was lost at the time. On Allison Road, so she fills up her sails with my wasted breath. And each one's more wasted than the others you can bet. On Allison Road, now I can't hide. On Allison Road, so why not try? On Allison Road, I know I want to love her, but I can't decide. On Allison Road, and I didn't know I was lost at the time. Eyes in the sun, the road wasn't wide. And I went looking for an exit sign. All I wanted to find tonight. On Allison Road, yeah, I didn't know I was lost at the time. On Allison Road. I've lost my mind. If the sun gets through, fires in the heaven of the eyes I knew on Allison Road. On Allison Road, on Allison Road, on Allison Road. That's right.
Hey guys, Enter the Stars, and here it is, a 2008 article from the Washington Post. Let's take a look at this here. This is simply unbelievable. The way I found this is somebody was doing a video on the black curtains. So I did a black curtain search on Comet Ping Pong Pizza, and I found this Washington Post article in which they're accusing Elefantis of opening basically a place where people can be raped. This is unbelievable. Now, what happens in these instances is somebody didn't get the memo at the Washington Post. They do these stories because they're always looking for a story, right? And then they're told to shut up and play ball. But they forgot to scrub this article. Wait until you hear this. DC official, outdoor seats at pizza place will mean rapes and murders. That is the headline. When a Washington neighborhood commissioner staged a nighttime surveillance of a Northwest pizza place and put the resulting video up on YouTube to prove what a threat to public safety an outdoor ping pong table posed, the image of a ping pong ball rolling out onto Kinetic Avenue was chilling enough. But this week, that same commissioner, Frank Winstead, this is a man we need to talk to, ratcheted up the scare rhetoric in a big way. At a meeting of Advisory Neighborhood Commission 3F Monday night, in front of a large crowd in AMC's history, Winstead accused the owner of Comet Ping Pong of seeking to turn his quiet stretch of Connecticut Avenue in Forest Hills into a haven for rape and murder. Now, what did this man know? And you notice that the Washington Post is being sympathetic to Elefantis. in this article as they're reporting the story. It says the crowd of about 100 residents, mainly fans of the pizza place, fell into an uproar and drowned out Winstead following his exchange. So this guy was overtaken and overrun by these local residents, which probably were staged to come in and defend Alefantis, I can imagine. It says you can hear for yourself on the audio recording of the meeting. Now, there's a link to this. I don't know if it's still up. I will put a link of that in the story, and you can listen for yourself. A supporter of Comet addressed the commission, which was considering owner James Alefantis' application to extend his opening hours deeper into the evening, provide musical entertainment inside his restaurant, and add a patio for outdoor seating out front. So he was extending the hours deep into the evening, and this concerned the man that was accusing him of opening this up as a haven for rape. It says the woman asked the commissioners why they would want to restrict Comet and other local businesses so that she has to travel 25 blocks away to find a late-night place for food and drink. Why am I denied the privilege and the pleasure of venues less than a block and a half away, the resident asked. Winstead, who has taken it upon himself to act as the guardian of the clear and quiet streets in this section of Northwest Washington, replied, safety. James is trying to turn this into Adam Morgan's with the murders, the rapes. At this point, the crowd's roar overwhelmed the commissioner's remarks. Do you see what's going on here? He's trying to tell us what's going on. And everyone shut him up. Winstead wasn't done. Twice more during a 45-minute debate on the merits and technicalities of allowing a restaurant located on a commercial strip well apart from any residents to serve its local customers deep into the night, Winstead took off on Alefantis. He accused the owner of filling up his fat wallet. Then Winstead started yelling about Alefantis spitting on customers' food. He's lying. Cheating, the commissioner shouted. Who is this commissioner? We need to talk to him. You guys, this is unbelievable. This is information that's going to help us get to the bottom of this. So there is something more to this story. This goes on. I will leave the link to this story.
You don't realize what a difference they make until you realize what a difference they make. The all-new Ram 1500. Why more people are switching to Ram than ever before.
And well, as we all know, it's where can we find the junior G-men and what are they going to report? See, that's what's happening with the fake news. It's to create a mental implant for the adolescents. Hey, listen, instead of playing Pokemon Go, you can get on Facebook and run their new app. You know, when you see a story come up that looks like it's anti-American, you know, you can start clicking on it. And we get enough people clicking on it, we'll just scrub the story. We'll censor it out. Just like they do in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, it's criminal offenses now. If you say something bad about the royal family and it's fake news, off with your head.
Looking ahead to next week.
So let's be more like Saudi Arabia. But here's the problem. What we have to do with the truther community is get the junior G-men to get more interested in actually going after real crime instead of fake news. So, you know, it's like Pockets of the Future. He did that one video about when he was a counselor, there was a kid that came in 5 years old to say goodbye to his brother because he worked with vulnerable youth that were victims of sexual abuse. The kid had been raped by his father so many times that he had AIDS. He got AIDS from his father. And then there's those Australian businessmen that fly up to Taiwan. Usually they're gay. They adopt some baby, and they rape it constantly over and over until they kill it. That happened a couple of years ago. So it's usually these gay couples that adopt these children and rape them to death. That's usually the motif. What we have to do, I mean, based on best available evidence, what we have to do is redirect the interests of these adolescents because they're growing up in horrible families with a lot of child abuse and neglect, and they want a little bit of power. Well, Facebook's going to try to capture that power and get them all to start clicking on fake news stories like the new Pokemon. What we have to do is we have to create an app and call it Baby Sacrifice app. Like post-abortion, like it's okay to kill a baby until it's born as an abortion, and maybe a 3-month after birth abortion. It needs some more refinement. There's no question about it. But maybe we could leave some comments below and figure out the best app for this. So, like, if a junior G-man sees like a 2-year-old sacrificed, maybe that would count. Maybe he could get some points for that. Or he could click fake news items on Pokemon Go and be a government censor. Which way do you think would work better? Leave your comments below. Until next time, this is Dave Acton.
This is Titus Frost, spitting truth, causing glitches in the Matrix.
Business, all these big websites on the DG's hit list. Upstream fitness, connection keep the pain time healthy quickness. Is it a wonder that the hackers of the world making front page news across the globe, all the exploits, and they try to lock us up by the truckload? Fuck no.
Thank you for taking the time to view this documentary. The topics I will be discussing are very disturbing and frightening. I'd like to warn anyone watching this that this information is not only disturbing but extremely important. The implications of this information mean that children of very young ages could be in harm's way as you are watching this film. Please do whatever you can to help spread this information so this doesn't just get cataloged away like events in the past have, such as the conspiracy of silence, also known as the Franklin Credit Union scandal. Also accounts of children in Hampstead, England, which have all been forgotten, and little to no justice ever for the victims. The massive pedophilia rings surrounding Jemmy Savile in the United Kingdom. The revelations regarding Jeffrey Epstein and his child pedophile island. This lack of action by the authorities is only allowed because the information was downplayed and hidden by a media that, according to my investigations, is involved. All of these accounts, including Pizzagate, involve similar accounts of satanic ritual abuse, child pedophilia, and pedosadism, human trafficking, human sacrifice, and cannibalism by members of the highest levels of government, but also includes average people, for example, teachers in the education system. Making this film has caused me personally to fear for the safety of many children out there. I will continue to keep accumulating links and evidence on my Steemit blog post. I feel it was a moral obligation to share this information, and I could not just stay silent. If this is not enough information to force a legitimate investigation by a law enforcement agency of these people, then I don't know what would be. Please watch and understand that not all the information is 100% accurate, but this is the best I could do to filter truth from fiction in this case. I am not accusing anyone of being involved. I am merely asking for an investigation to be done by any law enforcement agency that has the authority to do so.
Okay, so a lot of these Pizzagate videos have become like not played by anyone. And we play them during our Conspiracy Monday show as a rule because it's really important that you ask questions about this. There are other questions going on right now about a location, a donut shop called Voodoo Donuts that has some very weird advertising techniques. They sell a donut called Cock and Balls. I know they're desensitized. We're waking them up, Nate. You too. You're slowly waking up. We have a new viewer, Gray One, who just said he's been watching our show for about a week. He likes it. I must tell all of you who are regular viewers that not only are we liked around the country and around the world,
I'm about to show you a Mandela.
We're being heavily censored and have for many years. And the reason why we do this show is because the elitists cannot stop us. They've tried many different ways. They paid Mark a tremendous amount of money. One guy, Mark, has made $50 million allegedly. And he gets paid to send these doxers in here and attack us, and we have other confirmations from other people that he's offered other doxers and other people to come in and attack us, and he gives them money. And people need money. I like money. That's what people say, you know, kind of like idiocracy. And they'll do it. They don't care. They don't have any scruples, no beliefs. And like you said, Nate, the general public is desensitized. So not only are we delivering a show every night, but we're also fighting an incredible attack on our show daily. And you should tell your friends about what's been going on. Yeah, I don't, because Nelson Mandela, having been reported dead, and then he became alive and then served as a leader of South Africa. We have viewers all around the world who can't get the internet access. So at 5 o'clock when our show starts normally, we get people grabbing our UHF signal and broadcasting it all the way into the evening, which broadcasts in the early morning in Asia. So believe it or not, the show that we have is rich in content, and a lot of people are being shut down off of content. YouTube is becoming more and more censored every single day. So when we bring out stories like this and talk about things, that does not please the elitists at all. The people running the world, not your leaders. Your leaders are a bunch of prostitutes. They work for a set fee. It's ridiculous. Most of the people in government in our country right now are working because they want to get reelected. They like the money. Mark just offered you $2,500 to organize a team of spammers over at iBlog. You turned it down. Thank you. I'm adding that to the list of things. It's not an indictment of you. You're helping. I keep a running log of all the different contacts from people. Yeah, I'm building a case against Mark and against all the people that are attacking us. I'm sending a letter to, well, I won't tell you what I'm doing, but I'm definitely putting a case against the involvement. We believe the Russians are backing Mark right now, are working because they want to get reelected. They like the money. Mark just offered you $2,500 to organize a team of spammers over at iBlog. You turned it down. Thank you. I'm adding that to the list of things. It's not an indictment of you. You're helping. I keep a running log of all the different content. And that's our site. Now, thanks to Robin Lynn, we've got a site presence on 2 other mirrored sites that are mirroring our show. And she's done a fantastic job. She set up a network over at, just check it out, her network. She's got the Tiki Live network, where we're broadcasting over there. And she's put us on Spreaker as well. Huge rebroadcaster. Thank you, Robin. It doesn't in any way go unnoticed, too. You got a video here about the 38 minutes about the Jackson 5 Mandela effect. We're going to take a look at that. I'm curious. My theory about the Mandela effect is that the power that they have over the media is so secure that they've been able to alter the media and report things without anyone noticing. There was a report back in the late 90s that Jim Nabors had died, and then we just found out he died in 2016. Everyone goes, wait a second, Jim Nabors has been dead for years. No, so they put out fake stories, and then they allow, and then there are other things that are being done that are very disturbing, where, like Gordon Lightfoot, for instance, he actually heard on the news that he was dead. You know, you probably know who Gordon Lightfoot is, right? You don't know who Gordon Lightfoot is. He's one of the greatest American singers in the 1970s and early 80s. His work is incredible. The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald was perhaps one of his most famous, or If You Could Read My Mind. Let's listen to that for a second. And then I'll play you the video about the Jackson 5. They claimed he was dead, and then he went on the speakers and said, no, I'm not dead. He went on radio and he said, I'm not dead. Why are they saying I'm dead? He's still alive.
Just like an old time movie, about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark, or a portrait stone with chains torn my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I am a ghost that you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what tale your thoughts could tell.
just like a paperback novel, the kind any drugstore would sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero will be me. The heroes are hard to fail.
I won't do. Okay, here we go. I'm going to break out of that one into the movie.
A Mandela effect that'll shake you to the core. Hang tight. Strap in. The Jackson 5 Mandela effect. I'm going to show you what Fiverr and I found, and this is going to blow you away. There are 6 members of the Jackson 5. There are not 5 members anymore. When you see this, it's not going to make any sense. Why didn't they just change the name to the Jackson 6? It's pretty groundbreaking stuff, people. So this is out of Lafayette, Indiana. This is the Journal and Courier. This is May 8, 1972. And it states right here, Michael Jackson, 13, the youngest member of the Jackson 5 singing group, who is described by his recording company as the first singing idol for black teen poppers. All right, here's another one. One of the biggest superstars of the last 13 years is celebrating his 25th birthday this week. Michael Jackson, the youngest member of the original Jackson 5, turns 25 tomorrow. The youngest member. All right, here's another one. One of the more successful projects at the James Rhodes School contains portraits of the late baseball star Jackie Robinson and Michael Jackson, the youngest member of the Jackson 5 singing group. This was 1974, people. Remember, I'm going to show you that Randy Jackson was part of the group since 72. So they're still listing him as the youngest member. Here's Memorial Coliseum, Wednesday, August 22nd, Dallas, Texas. The Jackson 5 was here. Okay, there's the ticket stub. All right, so what we're going to do is look at when the Jacksons were in Memorial Auditorium in Dallas. Let's check this out. We look here in August 1971, the 22nd. They were at the Los Angeles Hollywood Bowl. Okay. Now, they did go to the Memorial Auditorium in December of 71, but that's not even close. And then you come down here, and at 8:20 right here, they're at the Missouri State Fair in 72, right there, 8/22/72. Now, the ticket where I think this makes more sense is, this is where I think it's interesting. It's actually 1 month on 7, that would be July 22nd, 1972. So these aren't even matching up. The history's not matching up with the tickets, people. And, of course, the 5 isn't matching up with the 6 members either. So here we go, 7/22/1972. So I'm going to assume that this is when it happened right here. Well, that ticket is interesting because it should not exist. This is Wednesday, August 22nd, 8 p.m., Dallas. Okay. And it doesn't have a date on it. All right, so this is what we got to look into. So, all right, guys, you got to follow me here because this is going to get really weird. I remember Michael and Janet being the 2 youngest, both female and male, of the family. Apparently now in 1961, there is Randy. Now, interestingly enough, the Jackson family did have 9 children, but Brandon passed away. Now, do you think that they would just talk about the 9 that they had that are still living, or do you think they would have mentioned Brandon in memory of Brandon and said, yes, we had 9 children, or do you think they should have said 10 children because Randy now is the 10th? Yeah, that's what I wanted to show you right here. So it shows Randy born in 61, Michael born 3 years earlier. Okay, so let's look at some more here. And you got to stay with me here, guys. This is going to get really strange. All right, so this is looking strange because Randy should have been part of the group by September 1972, and there's not 6 Jacksons. They're just still showing the 5. All right, let me see what else we can find here. And this is Jermaine Jackson right here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jacksons. When is this? This is 1976. 1976. Why are they only showing the 5 Jackson boys? Why? This is really strange. All right, this was a talent contest. I believe this was like in 1965, showing 6 of the Jacksons. 6. So they've always had 6 back in 1965. How did this little dude, or whoever the youngest one is, and you know, I'd almost say this one right here looks like Randy. This looks like Michael. Okay, and I'm not 100% sure, people, but how can you have 6 brothers? All right, and you're going to tell me that he joined the group at what? In 72? Anyway, it's getting...
Yeah, Robin says, who's the dude on the drums? Yeah, I'm looking at him too, Robin. Randy Jackson's deaf, really? Well, we don't know who this young man is, especially considering his face is so blurred. Yeah.
Weird. It's getting weird. Let me show you some more. Hold on. Look at this. That same photograph I showed you in black and white has been colorized. Look, it's been colorized. Here they are, and making it look like this was taken later. Check that out. Isn't that crazy? And watch this. More proofs. There's 6 of them here. Why aren't they the Jackson 6? They're not the Jackson 6. They're the Jackson 5. There was always 5. Now I'm going to show you so many smoking gun things about this group. It doesn't make sense. You're going to understand, I think, by the end of this. All right, so here are the brothers, right? Note the carpet. They're sitting in chairs. Michael, I believe, is wearing orange. This is Randy, the youngest one, okay? Now, that's weird because it was always Michael and the brothers, and they all look about the same age. Remember, this kid was in black and white. Why hasn't he aged? I mean, this is definitely taken in the 70s, man. All right, so how old is this kid? This isn't making sense. But it's a kid that doesn't age, man. It's the weirdest thing. So anyway, you got the 6 brothers here. You got Michael right there. And, yeah, Michael, remember, was the youngest. So look at Michael's age. I mean, remember, Michael's only right here. Apparently, he's only 3 years older than this kid right here. Does that seem right to you? I don't think so. No, I don't. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. And then watch this. I got this photo to show you. We go back one. Look at this. How is it that you have a photograph of the same brothers, same ages, same uniforms, right? Same carpet, same shoes, same curtain in the back, without the chairs, and there's 5 of them right here. Where's the guy? Where's the purple? Where's the dude in purple? Where's Randy? You see what I'm saying, guys? It doesn't make sense. If you're going to take a picture of the band standing up, why would you do this? Let's go through some of these together. The more I go through this, here's a Jackson's victory tour. Now, let me blow this up. The Jacksons. Okay. Well, on the back it says Jacksons, right? Except it doesn't say Jacksons. It says Jackson 5. This is on the back. But because, look, here's the S right here, and here it's the same font. As you can see, this is a 5, not an S. See how it's cut off right here? And then it shows you all the members. In my recollection of this picture, Michael was in the middle of the road, the 2 brothers on either side of him with this. I don't remember this dude right here with the dove on the shoulder. This is crazy. This is an insane photograph to me because I remember the victory tour, and I don't remember 6 brothers. Nope, there was only 5. All right, right here. And once again, it's like they superimpose this kid into our reality. Look at this. Let me blow this up. All right. So right here in 1960 to 68. All right. So they come here. In 1963, Michael takes over lead vocals for Jermaine. Okay. All right. But look, remember, this kid, who is this person? There's 6 of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brothers. This is from 60 to 68. So what is he, 2 years old right here? Is this a 2-year-old in the band, guys? Are you following me here? Here's the Jacksons right here. This is in the same magazine. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jacksons. But you have 6 signatures right here on this article that obviously pulls out. Where is the 6th Jackson? Why would you have 6 signatures and only 5 Jacksons showing? They're part of the whole Victory Tour album. This doesn't make any sense. Why would you include the signature if he's not here? You see what I'm saying, people? It's not making sense. All right. So, blow this up. All right. So in 1965, after a suggestion from Joe's sister-in-law, Bobby Rose, the Jackson 5, comprising of Michael, Marlon, Jermaine, Jackie, and Tito, entered to win the Roosevelt High School talent show. All right. This is the same picture I just want to show you. So there they are. This is a talent show, right? This is, what does it say? 1965, guys. So how is this kid? Who is this kid? You only list 5, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here. Goes down here to say. Also shows them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. 6 kids. Guys, they were the Jackson 5, not the Jackson 6. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 brothers. Now, in this reality. This is in 67, 68. Here's an image. Now remember, by this time, by other photographs, by other documented evidence, there were 6 brothers. Why are you showing ones with just 5? You see what I'm saying? All right. Remember, Michael, born in 1958. Randy, born in 61. Okay? And it's just weird. Like 3 years? Nah, man, it just doesn't look right. Yeah, here's that photo once again, close up. You can see it's black and white. This is 1965 to 1967, featuring Michael Jackson. Okay? 1965 to 1967. All right, so he was born in 61. All right, so let's just give it 67. All right, we'll give him 67 on this photo. Even though we know they said that this was in the Jackson biography there, it showed him in 1965 that this was when this photograph was taken. So you're telling me that the kid was born in 61, that this is a 4-year-old right here? He's a 4-year-old. Right? None of this is making sense. Look at this. I want you to see how ridiculous this looks. Okay. Well, you got the brothers all sitting right here. And then you got this dude up here. Look at this. It's like they just sort of stuck him in there. Like, whoa. What are you doing? What is this? Who are you, dude? Like, it looks silly to me. Who's the younger? If that's Michael. That's Michael. So if that's Michael, then tell me where the young one is. The one that's 3 years younger than Michael, apparently. Because I don't see him in here. You see a younger dude? Because that's Michael Jackson. You feel me? None of this is starting to make sense. It's very confusing. And the more I look at this, the more pictures I see. It's like, I don't even see the same. I mean, these guys all, yeah, I can see this. But this is little Michael Jackson right here, man. Oh, yeah. Check out this photograph. All right. So look at this. Look at this. Dude, this doesn't make any sense at all. If the kid didn't join the band, all right, like, how old? Dude, this kid doesn't age? I mean, what the heck is going on here? That looks like little Michael Jackson right there. The rest of them, not quite sure. But these two look like they're probably the youngest, right, since they're in the front. I'll give you that. But, like, what the hell, man? What's going on? And there's 6 of them. And look, they don't look like 3 years apart. And this is a black and white photograph of the 60s. The kid would be, like, seriously, the kid would just be out of diapers. All right, so this is home with the Jackson 5. All right. Well, let's see how many Jacksons we got here. Okay, so we got the father, we got the mother. There's Michael. And you tell Michael he had a great smile. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 brothers. This is the 70s. All right, Randy would be part of the group by now. Where is the other brother? Where is the other? Why are they hiding him? I mean, I know the dad was, known to be pretty mean. He's probably making record stuff by himself or something. He's like, you ain't gonna be a part of the photograph, mother. Get in there and sing. Look, I don't know. I just his dad was known to be a real douche. Anyway, point is, look, there's only 5 of them, guys. There's the family. There's the brothers. The guy was already part of the Jackson 5, right? So even if there were 6, it should be the Jackson 6, but they're not. And, yeah, look at this. Look at this. Tell me. It's crazy, man. It is so crazy. Yeah, there should be a 6th brother, and there's not. All right, here they are. The Jackson 5. They got the J5. Jackson 5. Yep, got 5 brothers. Here's Michael. Obviously looks younger than this kid right here by about a year or 2. Let me go back to that Jackson profile one. All right, so that Jackson profile is showing us that in 1957, we had Marlon right here. And then we had Michael in 58. Okay, so they're only a year apart. So that would make sense, Marlon and Michael. All right. And then Randy is a little younger at... No, man, this is crazy. It was Michael, Marlon, Jermaine, Tito, and Jackie. That makes sense. I don't know who Randy is. It's weird, though. I have a memory of Randy. I'm not going to lie. At first, I was thinking it was Jackie Jackson. I was like, who's Jackie Jackson? But then I started thinking it was probably, yeah, I think Jackie was there. They just didn't talk about Jackie very much. But, yeah, I know Tito, Jermaine. I remember Marlon, Michael. And I couldn't remember Jackie or Randy. That was screwing me up. But Randy, being the youngest Jackson now, guys, this doesn't make any sense. No, it does not make any sense. Okay, so that's the family. And let's go back to some more proofs. All right, so we got Michael, Marlon, Tito, Jackie, and Jermaine. That was the Jackson 5. Michael here looks like he's about 11 or 12, looks like an early 70s, 72, 73. So right about the time the other brother, Randy, would have been added to the group. All right, this is an interview with Randy Jackson. Now, it says 73 in the title, but the caption shows 74. And so 74, the kid would be 13 years old. All right, so they're doing a press interview here. There's a Jackson 5. That's them. Now watch how they doctor this thing. And then they split off to this kid right here, all by himself. And he's talking about being a member.
You'd have to miss school?
All right, so there they are, and it shows them, it's a weird spliced together video, like I said. I'm stopping it for copyright reasons, so just know I have to break in here.
You'd have missed school?
Do I ever miss school? No, because when we travel around, to different places, we have a tutor that comes with us, that teaches us. And her name is Rose Fine.
Rose Fine comes around and tutors the kids. Oh, that's really sweet, Miss Fine. So anyway, yeah, so they're being tutored by Miss Fine. And there's a little Randy right here. and just watch the whole stage, the way it's set up. I'll provide the link in the description on this interview because, like, you can see for yourself, it's just spliced.
Do you enjoy being in a big group like this with the family and everyone and traveling around?
You see how they added the smile, like they're talking to the little brother, like it's and they totally have everything. This is the weirdest shit. It's like they're trying to hide shit, guys. It's very strange.
It's tiring.
Well, I just feel like any other ordinary person. Plus, it's a lot of fun traveling anyway.
What do you enjoy about it the most?
Seeing different things and meeting.
If you ask me, if there was a reality where they had another brother, okay, it just might, let's just say Randy was their other brother. I'll give you this. Randy may have been one of the Jacksons, but he was never part of the Jackson 5 in my reality. So I'll say that. I'm willing to extend that olive branch and say to you, okay, I can, because I do kind of remember the Randy. I don't know why I remember Randy Jackson. I just do. It's a pattern I see. So whenever there's a change or something like that, it's like they come out with a movie or they come out with something to fortify a certain narrative. And there just happens to be, on America's Got Talent, a Randy Jackson. So how many times do you think you're going to hear that name? He's very public, very popular TV personality now. How much do you think that name gets inserted into our subconscious, right? So is it because of him, or is it because I just remember a Randy Jackson, a real Jackson 5 member? Anyway, to me it looks like there could be a situation where the kid was just, following the band. As he's one of the brothers and they don't want to leave him out. But he looks way too young to be performing. And then the other ones in the 60s photographs I proved to you, those looked way too young to be him. You know what I'm saying? It's not matching up, guys. So, oddly enough, this is what we got. Let me show you some more stuff before I leave. All right, so just to sum up, we have black and white photographs of a 6th Jackson member. Yet in the 70s here, 1971, we saw the 5 members here. Yet it's not matching up with what records are showing us. In the 60s, it was showing another member of the band. These two had 9 children. One of them is dead. So that actually means they had 10 children. Okay? Technically, they had 10. One died. So 9 living. Why wouldn't you include, I've always heard they had 9. Why wouldn't you include your baby who passed away as one of your children? Okay? I think out of respect for the child, they would have done that. So something's weird here. There's definitely some type of something going on here. Okay? Mandela-wise. I don't know what you want to say. Maybe in another, whatever. In this current timeline, let's just go with that. These guys, they had an extra kid. They have 10 children now. And LaToya and Michael in my timeline were always the youngest boy and girl. In this timeline, Randy Jackson is the youngest boy, born in 1961. And it gets that weird, people. Memorial Auditorium, the Jackson 5. Remember, there's no date, and this does not correlate with the Dallas, Texas date that I showed you. It was actually July 22nd, not August. And they were still the Jackson 5, but at this point, there would have been a 6th member by then. Okay? Right here, we have Jermaine, Tito, Marlon, Michael, Randy, and Jackie. Randy, oddly and weirdly, looks a lot like Marlon. I mean, if you look at their faces, they look really similar brothers. Almost kind of scary. Let me show you what else we got. Okay, right here. Yeah, there's a little young brother there. But that's what's weird is, see, look at them, all dressed up. And they're sort of like wearing more like, like they would be band members, more stylish. And then they got the kid dressed really basic, like he's just, I'm just telling you, man, it's like this kid's been inserted into these pictures. It's almost like he's been photoshopped in. I'm telling you. This whole photograph looks jacked up with this kid in there. That's Michael. Okay? That's Michael. I believe that's Marlon right there. Michael and Marlon. And they look about the same age, right? And the other brothers looked a lot. They looked older. And then you got the three here. And who the hell is this? Yeah, I know it's Randy, but not in my reality, people. You had this one right here. Remember, this is the Jackson 5 right here. Same carpet. Everything, same suits. Go one over. Now you got these guys right here. Same carpet, same suits, same everything, same backdrop. But you got 6 of them now. And the guy in the purple. Why wasn't he included in the other one?
Eles não ligam pra gente.
Michael, eles não ligam pra gente.
Arguably one of the more
right, Michael Jackson. Yeah, right on, man. Thanks for hanging out on our Labor Day event, everybody. Thank you. All he wanted to say is they don't really care about us, which is exactly what we are finding out. We're being led to believe that our government cares when it doesn't. Very good video on that, Robin. Thank you. The Mandela 5, we're going to put it on our playlist, number 189, if you want to check it out. Yeah. Over at youtube.com/America is the third party. Yeah, I didn't show all the clip because some people were getting kind of bored. They had 24 minutes of it, and they were like, yeah, okay. And I did do a research on Marlon Jackson because I had rarely ever heard of Marlon. And, yeah, he only has $100,000. Yeah, I did. What's the net worth of Marlon Jackson? His net worth is $100,000. He was a child. His older brothers, Tito and Jermaine Jackson, formed the group, became the biggest act. So Marlon did work. He might have been the one that was floated as a sixth member, but only $100,000. You'd think he'd have a little bit of money from his grandpa or dad or whatever. I mean, Marlon Jackson. So we're going to keep an eye on him, see what happens to him. There was a strange glitch in the video too, and one person was commenting over at Vaughn that maybe Janet played a dude with in one of the mustache pictures. I don't know, and that's an actual picture of her with a mustache. But I was researching other things that got even weirder, and I'm still doing a deep research on Anthony Bourdain and his death. And it turns out that when we were Googling Anthony Bourdain right around the time of his death, his net worth was $14 million. Yeah, but now it's not.
Arguably one of the more
Yeah, apparently his net worth is 1.3 million or something. And I saw nothing but 14 million prior to his death. So I'm going to have to go to archive.org to find out any search results for Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, so that's part of what conspiracy theory is. The idea is that the internet is a completely malleable, moldable PR stunt, and it's being manipulated. So the possibility that we have an alteration to the internet can be done with a flip of a switch and an AI system. You can tell a robot like Echelon to modify file Anthony Bourdain net worth, and that entirely thing will be completely removed, and it'll be replaced with net worth of 1.3 million. Beep. Do you see it on 60? Could you get me an image from the 16 million? Because you guys, a lot of you guys are doing really good research. And thanks for coming into our early Happy Labor Day show. I'm already, a couple hours into this, which is great. We've got a few attacks on Vaughn, but nothing to speak of any merit. Okay, net worth, life facts. Thanks. The street has it. Great. Thank you. Found one. I've been going deep on YouTube, and they've all scrubbed it. Apparently, it was buried in the story. Let me do a word search for find. It's a quick way to find a word in there. So we're going to do net worth. There it is. You found it. Thank you. So they didn't scrub it because it's buried in the story. Nice job, dude. Okay, hey, you got credit for that, man. Right on. So we're doing a little bit of a conspiracy theory research right now on the fly. And as you can see, Anthony Bourdain's net worth is $16 million. Wow. So let's throw it in big print here. And then now you look at his net worth, it's 1.3 or something. So with all his films, it's highly unlikely he had less than less than 16 million. So his child, who he loved very much, is going to be stuck with 1.3 million to last her whole life. Well, maybe that's fine. Some people think that's enough. I know that if I had 1.3 million, I'd be set for life, living in a trailer in New Mexico. Yeah. You can get a rental spot in New Mexico for $200 a month and live in a trailer. I know. Somebody told me that. He's like, yeah, you got to live around the Border Patrol, though. My net worth is, I don't even know, because I have so many fortunes. I don't put a value on money, and because I made a vow of poverty and acquired so many fortunes, I try to live in poverty around my fortunes. So I don't really know what my net worth is. Well, some people think that I'm some really, really, really rich guy. I mean, super rich, like Jacob Rothschild. And I've had some face work. And I've even had a voice alteration system installed. I mean, that's a pretty out there thought that an old guy could possibly have facial reconstructive surgery and look like I do. Now, I'm 58 years old, but as you can see, I stay young looking because this face did not suit me. I tried to have a different look, and I said I don't want it to look old, I want to look young. So I've made a very, very fine effort to change my facial construct. And this is how I've survived all the years. You see, my natural face is so sick and old and leathery that I've replaced it with this altered human face. It's called David Sponheim. Yeah, so I'm just messing with your head there. But that's Jacob Rothschild, the richest man in the world. Yeah, isn't that funny? I am rich. I got Sarah. I know. You know, I've never really had a materialistic bone in my body. You know, you've met people that never had a bad bone in their body. You know, gee, you know, it's an old saying, they're the nicest guy you ever met. Well, I'm one of these people that's never had a materialistic bone in my body. And I've never really wanted to make lots of money and prove to the world I'm successful, because I realize that that's such a petty aspiration. I know many of you are striving to be as rich as possible, and I realize that it's a very big part of your life, but I'm telling you, it's not. You don't need to be super rich or successful. In the big picture, you need to appreciate life because it's a gift. It's been given to us, life as we know it. And if you're living in America, you're living in an incredibly wonderful place. Wow. Materialistic people don't eat hobo stew. That's right. And you know, I do a show on Thursday where I do a hobo stew type of cooking. I cook for $5, $4, $6. I make 8 meals out of that. I show you people how to live on so little. And that's how I really got ahead of the materialistic game, by not spending a lot of money. I realized that it was going to be tough to earn a lot of money in the field that I had chosen to go into. And I recognized over time that I was in a field that was run and dominated by corporations. And I recognized that in 2 different areas, both in food marketing, which I tried to do when I started an organic food representation system back in the 80s. I'm a big organic food guy. And I realized that's run by mega corporations. And I looked into other areas, renewable energy, and I realized that was run by mega corporations. So I try to put together a plan that I didn't really need to do a lot on Earth and just do a show where I could talk about ideas, which is exactly what I have. So I just made this happen, as opposed to going out and really being successful. And I'm not seeking money from this because I'm not materialistic. So it kind of changes the whole perspective on life when you cease to be materialistic and you can live below your means. And I've achieved that. I achieved self-actualization at a very young age. And that's not something you can achieve in life. And I was fortunate enough to be born in America to do it. Thank you. Had I not been born in America, it would have been tougher. There's a guy I understand living in Nigeria, a young man who Actually, I think it was, Rwanda. A young man in Rwanda has lived in dumpsters all his life, but manages to take electronics and piece it together to make things work. I don't have the story on him, but I understand he's elevating from his station in life to find things that work for him and others that can help them, making solar water heaters, developing solar lighting for people out there in the middle of nowhere. I mean, he's obviously a genius, who's used all of his abilities, but living in a dumpster to do that, that's a phenomenal story. I was fortunate enough to be born in America. Around here, millions have been donated to places that give homeless clothes and mailing addresses so they can get jobs, yet almost all of them still live in the woods, drink themselves to sleep every night, and shoot up. Yeah, it's the homelessness thing is not about getting a job. There's got to be a different way to get people out of the funk they're in, and I certainly can address that issue right now. Why does 500 trillion rich Rothschilds are not on Forbes' richest people's list? The Rothschilds, while immensely rich, do not have nor control 500 trillion. To give you an idea as to how outrageous this claim is, the global wealth is somewhere as close to 241 trillion. Again, I can't accept this information because we've done calculations on the wealth of the Rothschild family amortized over 475 years from the onset of when their wealth was distributed among 5 sons, and it does equate to 500 trillion. So that's a story debunking it was probably paid by the Rothschilds. Yeah, I think the young man was a genius. I think he is a genius. Let me see if I can pull up the story. I don't know if I can find it. No.
My name is Kevin.
Yes, his name is Kevin Doe, and here's the story.
Kelvin Doe, aka DJ Focus. My name is Kelvin Doe, aka DJ Focus. Alright. It's a young girl DJ Man Focus. I'm from Sierra Leone, and I love inventing.
Calvin is extraordinarily talented. He literally goes to trash cans, finds broken electronic parts in the garbage, and makes stuff on his own.
He's taught himself how to do incredibly intricate things with very, very little resources.
In Sierra Leone, we have not so much electricity. Lights will come once in a week, and the rest of the month dark. So I made my own battery to power lights in people's houses.
Calvin's represents learn by making. He takes the part, looks at it, tries to reverse engineer it.
I made my own FM radio transmitter.
He made his own FM station because he wanted to give voice to the youth. He made his own generator because he needed it.
The generator supplies current to the radio station. This is the capacitor, and this is the spark plug.
This trip is his first time leaving his family's home. It's his first time leaving Sierra Leone, and it's tough, but it's an opportunity to create the future that he wants to live in. My name is David Moyen Nasenge. I'm from Sierra Leone. I'm a PhD student at the MIT Media Lab, where we have unlimited creative freedom. I wanted to ensure that young people like Kelvin also had this experience.
David has written visa letters, found places for Kelvin to stay. He's really got invested in him.
For quite many years, Sierra Leone and many other African countries receive aid, but it does not necessarily get us anywhere. We are not looking into the future. We are not designing our own future. Unless we have a host of young people who can think at any given point that here's a challenge, that here's a problem, but it's an opportunity to solve it, there won't be a steep growth in national development.
If we have a radio station in my community, the people can be able to debate about issues affecting our community and CIO